Welcome back to Contextual Advisory. This is episode number 2. I'm Tony Edwards.
And this is your boy, Fyiah Chris.
That's Chris Palmer.
OG Rakan Grant.
And on the end there, we got...
Eric Taylor, man.
That is E-Rock Taylor.
E-Rock.
E
I like
with
that
an
one.
A.
Hey.
All right, so this week we're discussing how streaming and social media has affected the music industry. But before we get into that, I did an interview with an international superstar. A lot of you guys don't know we're all family. Chris is my brother-in-law, Rakan's the cousin, Eric is Rakan's son. We're all family here. And Fyiah happens to be my sister-in-law, Chris's sister, their cousin.
International
She,
sensation.
she's an international sensation. She's had her music in movies. She's done international festivals. So let's get into the interview. Here it is. This is an interview with Fyiah. All right, everybody. I am here with the international music singing sensation herself. I'm just saying that because I'm biased because that's my sister. This is Fyiah. Say hello.
What's up, everyone? Wow, gone.
All right, so I know your story. Go ahead and tell everybody else about yourself, where you're from, how you got into music.
So I go by the name of Fyiah. Originally from Jamaica. Grew up in Detroit, Michigan. I really started music in high school. I had, experience in church choir. I did my first talent show in high school, and TJ Wicked was a part of my beginning of my first recording of my EP that I ever did. I never released it anywhere on platforms, but
I've heard it.
And I started performing around like 17 as far as like bars and stuff. But yeah, it really started in like high school where I gained that confidence to be able to perform in front of large crowds.
So your first album you released officially was Purity. And you've even had songs off of there featured in some big Hollywood films. Tell us a little bit about that album and how that came about.
So, like you said, my first EP was Purity. That really sparked from me never really having enough music to perform and finally want to work on my original content. The engineer that did that project was Jupiter. That was a basement studio recording. Again, me just experimenting with my sound and my style. One of my songs called Addiction was featured in the movie Girls Trip. And that really took off from there because I ended up just dropping my project, without no promotion, no anything. And just wanting people to hear my music. And like maybe 2 months later, they reached out to me and wanted to use my song Addiction in the movie Girls Trip.
Now, another one of my favorite songs off of that album is Victory. And I told you when you made that song that was going to be a big hit. And you've got a new video out for it. And that's been pretty popular.
Yeah, Victory is one of my favorites as well. That song really sparked for me wanting to have something on my project at the time that really uplifted everyone, that really, spoke about the times and what's going on. And victory is in the hands of the beholder. I just wanted to have something to inspire everyone. And yeah, that music video is out right now. It's on YouTube, out everywhere. My EP and album is out everywhere as well, on Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, YouTube. That video is out on YouTube as well. But yeah, I shot that video actually here in Detroit. A lot of people think I shot it overseas, but right here in Detroit, we shot it. That was actually shot at the African Bead Museum in Detroit.
Awesome. So if people want to hear your music, where should they look for it? Everywhere? Are you on streaming? You have a website? Let us know about all that.
All streaming services. So if you go on my Instagram _Fyiah _FYIAH. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. If you type in Fyiah Purity, Fyiah Victory, it pops up. All my links are also in my YouTube channel, Facebook. It's all there. Even on my Instagram, you can click on that link and it leads to all my music. You can type in Purity or Fyiah on Tidal or Apple.
That is FYIAH, not spelled how you're phonetically familiar with.
Yes, FYIAH is where it's at, and it's on everywhere, all music platforms. I'm on Spotify as well, so listen to playlist.
How has this pandemic affected your music career? I know you're not really doing any shows right now. Have you been focusing on recording? You got any new albums in the work? Any new videos coming out?
Yeah, it definitely helped me get grounded on my next upcoming project. So I'm working on my second debut album, EP, whatever you want to call it. But This one is going to be something special. Currently almost done with it. Recently just shot some videos, wrapping it up. So probably going to be calling it Make Believe. Don't quote me on that one.
Make believe.
If I decide to change
That's a
it.
good title. Is this your first public appearance speaking about this album?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't let my fans know anything like that, but I've been giving
Well,
a little tease.
you're letting them know
And
now, aren't you?
yeah, so Make Believe, the whole concept is really, being in the dream and actually living the dream, and being able to wake up in it every day. So it's gonna be a good one, and I'm
So,
excited about that one.
oh yeah, we're all excited about that one. When can we expect that to be released? Do you have any tentative release date, or is that still to be announced?
I'm hoping for the end of this month, pushing towards November, but it's really gonna be released soon because just wait on it. I don't want to but I think it's gonna be maybe released the end of this month.
All right, so you recently did the Generation W festival during this pandemic. How did that work? What's that all about?
Yeah, so I actually did a live performance for the Generation W festival. It's a festival empowering women all around the world, but located in the UK. And I actually shot it right there in my brother-in-law's backyard. So it was very special. My first performance on live stream, live video.
And that's going to be broadcast worldwide for everybody to see, right?
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be dropping very soon. They haven't given me an official date yet, but it's going to be dropping very soon.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out their social media also. Generation W, I know they're on Instagram.
Yeah, it's going to be, their Instagram is Generation W, social Generation W, and you can actually see a little snippet video of the performances that are going to be uploaded very soon.
Awesome. So what other future projects do you got that you're working on?
So right now, I'm going to Cali tomorrow to shoot.
Tomorrow. So when this releases, you'll probably be in Cali already.
Yes. And what's crazy about it is I've been trying to have my content, obviously ready. So I've been shooting my music videos to this project. So some nice, cool videos you guys are going to be expecting really soon. Like, it's going to be crazy.
Awesome. And those will be on your YouTube channel as well?
Yeah. So I'm dropping it on my YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook, Instagram. So stay tuned for that. I'll stream some of my new music when I got a new song out called Just Dance. So I do have some new content out. So guys, go check me out. Go follow me on Instagram _FYIAH. YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay updated to all my latest videos. FYIAH on YouTube. Facebook, same thing. FYIAH.
Definitely check out her videos. The video for Victory. Go check out the video for Victory. That's an amazing video. All right, well, there you have it, guys. My little sister, Fyiah, she's doing it big. She's making it big. She's doing big things. Make sure you guys check her social media. Make sure you check out her videos. Check her out on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music.
And again, FYIAH.
FYIAH. Thank you again for coming on the show.
Victory is in the hands of the beholder, yeah. For victory I came and I will prevail. Victory is in the hands of the beholder.
All right, everybody, that was Fyiah. I hope you guys go check out all her videos, all her music. She's got a lot of stuff coming up. She's working on that new album.
Yep.
Follow her on her Instagram, or she plugged all that. So, you guys, our subject today is how has social media and streaming affected music?
Ooh, I think it's big, man. Because I think right now the music don't have to be good for it to get a lot of stream views. You can just, an album can have like 30 songs.
30 songs.
And you just streaming it.
It's just fillers.
It might be 6 good songs on there, and it's just all fillers. So streaming has changed the game. I think back in the day, you had to go really buy an album. That means you had to actually like it.
That song you heard on the radio, you're like, I really like that song. Should I buy the album? I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but, I want that song, so I'm going to go ahead and do it.
When was the last...
And it's easier access now?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
for music.
Just release the music to the people.
We were talking before the podcast. When was the last time you bought a physical CD?
Whew, it's been over 10 years, man.
Mine probably been like 15 years, honestly.
Now, me personally, I like to have the physical CD to hold my hand, but I'm old school. Me and Raken know about having the CDs.
45.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. Oh, he said 45.
Rick said the last two.
Old school. Hey, they were coming back.
For 45.
Rick said the last CD he
Hey,
bought
they
was
were
what,
coming
Tupac?
back, man.
Right,
All
Tupac?
eyes on me.
Yeah,
All
Tupac.
eyes on the stand.
Hey, that's-
I
hey,
ain't
if
paying
you're gonna-
$32 for a dope CD.
Oh,
$32
man.
for a dope
Nah.
CD.
$32
That used to
dope
hit.
CD, dog.
Yo, that's
I
crazy.
bumped that for about 5 years straight. Nothing else.
Hey, that's crazy. I missed that
still
experience.
bump that to
There
this
was
day.
nothing else
I
in
still
the,
bump
it
it
was
to this
nothing
day.
else in the CD player but the All Eyes on Me for 5 years straight.
That's crazy.
You know what's
man.
crazy? That's probably my favorite artist of all time. I didn't get that experience to wait in line.
Yeah, you're a little too young for that.
That's crazy.
I got it, homie. I'm telling you, I spent $32.
Nowadays, I could download that.
So,
Green
so
right
Tony,
here.
what was the
You
last
can get
thing?
Greenfield
Last
on
CD you
8
bought?
Mile. It used
Last
to be a
CD
record
I
shop
bought?
over there.
Last CD I bought was underground artist by the name of Twisted. They're local from Detroit. I don't
Okay.
really buy, when I buy a CD, I want to buy it from somebody that I feel like
They need it.
either they need it or they deserve it. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, yeah.
they're out there grinding, they're doing their thing, they're actually taking the time to do their music right. Most people now, like a lot of these artists you see, like Tishkadi 69 or whatever that boy's
Yeah.
name is with the rainbow teeth.
Actually,
Like I don't even know if he's ever had. I don't even know if he's ever had like a physical CD because everything he does.
What you talking about?
I-
Snitch Nine?
yeah,
Snitch Nine.
it's not. Actually, I'll take it right back. You know, actually, the last time I bought a CD was probably 2 years ago. One of my homeboys, DC McFoley, he actually does rap, and he actually, asked me to buy one of his CD. I bought it for $10.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like if you want to support the people that you feel like are out there grinding. I haven't really bought a CD from like a big group. You know what I mean?
I'm streaming everything, man.
And now that
and he
affects
does have some.
that affects people trying to be on the come up though.
Yeah.
Because it's real hard now to make money in music because you don't have those CD sales like you used to have. Like
Is it? I thought.
I think it's easier to get a following, though.
But
it's
yeah, that's
easier
what I'm
to get
saying.
a following, but it's harder to make money
Yeah.
because
Is it
But I
not?
thought that's
Is
the
it
new
not?
way now.
Well,
They're
back-
releasing it.
Yeah.
No, because
Releasing it
like,
on streaming.
yeah, the streaming companies are making a lot more money, and the artists are getting less.
That's true.
When,
That is true.
now
Artists been getting screwed.
Yeah.
well, some people don't know. I was a musician for a brief period in my life.
No, I do
from the
remember.
time I was like
I remember you saying that.
13 to the time I was like 23.
Mhm.
Had kids. I left that all behind. Cheap plug. Do a search for TJ Wicked, WIKKID on all your streaming platforms.
You still
No,
still got it.
Yeah, it's still on streaming. But the thing about streaming is every time somebody plays that song, you get a fraction of a penny.
Yep.
I'm talking about when 20 people play that song, you get paid a penny.
Yep.
Okay.
So they're still sending you a check.
I think I got like $13 in royalties in the
So
past
the-
5 years.
That's
Like, all combined.
Wow. So it's just
yeah.
they're ripping them off.
Yeah.
Now, back in the day when people actually sold physical CDs, they got like a 20% of that CD sale.
Yep.
So I don't know what the exact percentage is, but they got a percentage
Yeah.
of the CD sales.
Probably more like 1%.
Even so,
Yeah,
you
that's
got,
better than-
you got 20,000 people paying $20. That's $20,000.
Oh, yeah, you still. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now you get 100,000 people listening to your song.
But
You get
$1,000.
1,000.
but that goes back to what we were saying. I back in that day, people actually enjoyed what they were listening
Yeah.
to. I felt like they made an effort to go buy that CD.
He's like, this artist is worth my,
Yeah,
my
this is worth your
$32.
money. Now, everybody's got used to it. It's the lazy way. Now you can just stream it. You
Oh
already
yeah,
like it.
I'm like I only like the song that was on the radio. I don't really like the whole album. I just want that one song.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I'ma
that's
just,
convenient for the
Even
consumer.
back in the day, people did that. They
Yeah,
had
that's-
them singles
They would take-
you could buy. The
Yeah, you could
singles.
buy the
That's true.
single,
Yeah.
but still you had to buy the physical CD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It
You
was
had
a
to go
different-
to the store, you had to buy that, and they still got paid more than they do
Yep.
now. So every time you want to listen to that song, I mean, they don't get paid every time you listen to the song. They get paid when you buy the album. So I guess that might be where some of them make up for it.
Yeah, I guess the reverse would be though, like the social media aspect of it. Like it changes everything though. Still, you can get more exposure in different ways. Yeah, you're not making money off streams, but man, you can get movie deals, all types of stuff nowadays,
yeah.
just
Oh,
off the social media. exposure.
people ain't never heard of you, but you've been doing it for like
Yeah.
5
It's
years.
all about how much followers
Yeah,
you
yeah,
got.
following
Get
is-
deals.
Yeah, followers is insane. That can get you hooked up. Somebody tweeting you, say, "Hey, go check this out." Next, 30,000 people on your Twitter checking it out,
Yeah.
and they might not even like.
Now
the
you
guy.
got the big name people like, dang, who is this dude?
Yeah, who is this
He
guy?
got 100,000 followers. I need to check him out.
But now, like, even on social media, 100,000 followers, people look at that and they're like, I've got 15 million. You know, I mean,
That is true because
Yeah.
it does get to.
but
people.
followers don't necessarily equal money.
Yeah, it don't.
You know
Because
what
just
I
a
mean?
lot of people online, like you said, have great content. They got a big following, but they're still broke.
Now, I feel like your average, like, musician you've heard of, like rapper out there, I don't know how much money they make, but it can't be that much compared to how it was back in the day, like Master P. That man.
But I feel like those are extremes though, like Master P, the P Diddy's. I feel like they came up.
Those are
Yeah, I feel like they had the out.
But
the
what I'm
vision.
saying, you're not gonna see.
The 999 era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm
No
saying
limit,
like
man.
you're not really. I don't think you're gonna see any of these artists become billionaires. You know, like Jay-Z did.
Yeah,
Like-
but it took him a long time to get there.
Yeah,
It took him a long
it's
time.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying in that
But-
regard, but
I don't think they have the means to accomplish that anymore.
Yeah.
'Cause they're not
You
making
said
the
in 20
money
years
from
from now, they're
records.
not doing
I can
that.
kind of agree
See,
with
but I
that.
find
I
they're
don't know.
making money off they
I
streaming.
don't know. I don't know though. It
Like I
depends.
said, streaming every
I think
time you
Drake
get a play,
might be
that
the
is
closest
Yeah,
one,
that's
though.
what I'm
fraction of a
saying.
cent.
But then
Drake
that-
could be the closest one to do it.
Probably is, but that
Are
would
they
speak
making
volume if he the
real
closest
money
because
off
he's still.
their
ain't
followers?
Yeah.
on
close
those
to the
followers
deal.
they
But
have.
I would say he would be because he has the star power, like he said.
Yeah,
Drake
his,
probably would.
I
be
think his star power is like a little bit bigger in his era
in this era, yeah.
than what Jay-Z
So
kind of.
he should be able to
But-
get to that level because he is that big star.
Yeah.
like you're
But
saying.
I mean, he did start a little before the whole streaming thing became.
That's
really
what I'm
big.
saying.
That's
So
true.
he
Oh,
got
that is true.
he
He
got
was
his
on the
foot in the
cusp.
door before.
Yeah, he got his foot
So,
in the
yeah.
door
everything
right before
closed,
streaming
so.
got big. Like,
So yeah, go back to what you said. You're right. He did already was here. So maybe
But he also eating off of it because he dropping
is making-
25 song albums.
but he also
hottest.
Yeah.
banked a
Drake.
lot of money before everything went to streaming.
true.
Yeah.
And
know
to
what I
be
mean?
fair, he did have money.
You talking about Arbery?
We were talking about RA.
But like,
I guess Arbery killing it.
yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
man.
Though.
He definitely
I
is.
mean,
The market is open.
when
him.
digital music first came out, there was a lot of pushback from musicians. Metallica was the main ones, you know, the heavy metal band Metallica.
Yeah, I'm
they were
familiar.
pushing back against Napster. Now, you two might not really have been around for Napster.
Napster.
No, I'm not familiar with Napster.
I heard of
Napster.
Napster. I heard of Napster, but I'm not really familiar with
Napster
it.
was like the
Company.
predecessor to like LimeWire.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
yeah,
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 I know LimeWire
And
for sure. Remember
they-
that?
yeah.
They got sued by the band Metallica for distributing their music illegally, and it was a whole big deal back then. Raquel, you might have remember seeing that on the news back in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Can I-
But-
oh, yeah.
But you gotta have rights to distribute people music.
No, they were
you know
doing
what I'm saying?
completely illegal.
Yeah, they was doing it illegally.
It was-
That's
so
what used to
they- so
download
they-
songs
File
illegally.
sharing. It was-
Yeah,
what it
I
was
want
was
my money too.
Yeah,
as
once
long
you
as
get
somebody
LimeWire.
had that program open, other
could do-
people around the internet
Yep,
could access
couldn't
their
access it and
computer and
download it.
download it.
Well,
from
I
their
do remember
computer.
that era.
Yeah, I remember that era.
So that's the same thing
On my
LimeWire
iPod.
was. But
Yeah, definitely.
Napster was the predecessor
big
to that,
thing.
and they got sued, and then they
For
started.
sure.
You know, that's when around the era when they started charging people to download individual MP3s. Like you can still do that on Apple Music, even though nobody does that because
Yeah.
they got the streaming service now.
Everything changed.
What
Yeah.
what is it now? Like Spotify? Who else?
Apple
Yeah,
Music,
Spotify
Tidal.
Music.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, that's great for the consumer because
Yeah, we're
Yeah, it's great for me.
I
That's
personally
a-
I use Amazon Music. I think I pay like $6 a
I
month.
used it a couple of times.
$6.
I use YouTube music. I just YouTube what
There you
I
go.
want to listen
But
to.
I mean, it's true.
It's
For
free.
$6 a
Yeah.
month,
Are
I
you
can
missing
listen to any CD I want to the day.
Yeah,
it
I can take a
drops.
song from this
That's
artist,
true,
this
'cause
artist,
I
this
got
artist,
Apple.
this artist.
Right.
Yep.
Whereas back in the day, we had to go spend, you know, back in our day, we were spending
Even when we
$36, 20 something.
Yeah, we started buying about
On a CD every time
$16
it
when it got
dropped.
to
Yeah, even
us.
our-
Yeah.
$16. Now you can find them in the bargain bin for $1.99.
Oh,
The
yeah.
average CD on the shelf is like $6 to $10.
Find it
I
at
know, and
Walmart.
nobody-
They all in the
and-
pile.
and there's a-
I don't recall. Maybe
Last
I
night
don't
you
do a
said?
lot of shopping, but I don't recall seeing no CDs. No.
Oh no!
No,
If you go to Walmart,
no,
they
you go
got
to
a
Walmart.
big bin with just a whole bunch of albums
Yeah,
from
yeah,
90s
yeah.
up until now.
Yes,
Just
yes,
just a whole bunch of albums.
CDs?
Yes, you
Yeah,
have
and
to
it's
see.
it's
I know
stacked
they
to the
got that
bottom.
movie
Like
You
bin.
you can
I
almost
see
find anything in there. No,
Yeah,
he's
the
right.
CDs is there,
Absolutely
yeah.
right
Yeah, I
on
see
that.
the movie bin, but I just go to Walmart for my oil
yeah,
change.
you see everybody.
You know what I'm saying? So
Well, I mean,
don't
Walmart,
think
Target, all of them. Like
Like,
Target,
I
you know, the
guarantee
prices are a
you
little higher
won't
because
see
that's
all
fancy
eyes
version of
on me
Walmart.
in there.
uh,
No, he's
will.
right.
Yeah, you
It's-
will.
it
You see
depends.
everybody.
Yeah.
You see
Everything.
Thriller in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
because
gonna pay
yeah,
hits.
I,
Ain't gonna be no
it'd be $2,
$10.
man. It'd be $2.
no, I found Thriller. No, he's right about that because I did find Thriller in there one time, and I almost bought it because you know
You
I'm a
should've
big
bought it.
MJ fan.
Michael
I'm
Jackson?
big, I'm a big MJ
Hey, you
fan.
can get that autograph.
The Thriller album almost.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
three
it
albums.
was. I should have
They
bought it.
literally have these albums
And
just
I'm a
sitting
big
there. They don't
MJ
care.
Because nobody buys them. That's
Yeah.
why it's
Well, if
supply and
you run
demand.
into the All Eyes on Me, make sure you pick it up for me.
It is hard to find though. It is. It is.
I mean, it's not gonna be
You
an
can't find-
original
You're
pressing.
right about that.
Of
It's
course
hard
not.
to
It's not
find.
gonna be an original print.
Yeah.
No,
I've never
It's
found
gonna
it.
be like a new re-release.
Of course.
Like I've gone in there and I bought
But I found it.
the Bone Thugs and Harmony collection. It had their first 5 albums.
5 albums. Okay.
For real?
And that boy was
I haven't seen
$8.99.
That's not bad.
Wow.
though.
Did that recently?
Recently, this was like 3 months ago.
I swear,
I
if
would've
I
bought that collection.
if
I
I
ain't
came
gonna
across that, I would
Yeah, I
have bought
probably
it.
would have bought it.
I would have bought it. I've never come across
They're,
it.
they're one of my favorite rap groups of all time.
I would have definitely bought it.
Even though I already had those
Not
CDs,
even
I'm
lie.
like, you know what? For
Yeah, they've done that with Pac
$5,
too.
Pop?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done that with Pac, where they have all his. Yeah.
I
Like
haven't
Bob
seen-
Marley too. I got a
Yeah,
little box
I've
set
come
of
Yeah,
Bob Marley. I paid
Tupacalypse,
$10
All Eyes
and it
on
had-
Me. They
I'm
have
trying
all
to
of those
remember, I
together.
don't even got a CD player anymore. So
Exactly.
I ain't
Oh,
gonna
no,
get
No,
the
you
bottles
don't.
of
Your
that.
your
Never
car
bother
don't even
putting
have
Yeah,
it.
yeah. They
PS4.
start putting those in cars.
You got
And
your
that's Blu-ray.
All right, so
Dang,
when I
that's
was
true.
doing
Yeah.
music,
Oh my
here's how I knew that
Times have
CDs weren't
changed.
selling anymore. When I was doing music. This was maybe it was
Yeah.
like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
That was when I had stopped doing music. And this
7
kid
years
came
ago,
over to my little
yes.
merch booth. I was
No,
selling
I'm saying
T-shirts and
no.
CDs.
Industry.
Yeah, this kid picked up a CD. He was like, "What's this?"
Oof.
Ooh.
Now this kid was like probably 18, 19, 7 years ago. Okay? He said, "What's this?" I was like, "That's a CD."
Whoa.
He went, "Is that
What's
like a
a
DVD?"
CD?
He's like, "Is that like a DVD or something?"
That's like my age.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I know. But he was like, "Is that like a DVD or something?" I was like, "No, it's got music on it." He's like,
He's
"Well,
confused.
how do I play this?"
Oh my
I
gosh.
said, "You put it in a CD player."
What, but
Like
he,
on the
18,
computer?
he
Yeah,
don't
he
really
should've-
know about no
He
CD
should. He's my
He
age,
Yeah,
so he
He was
should.
the same age as these two. But
No.
this kid had never.
7 years ago, he was 18, so
Yeah,
that's me.
That's our age group.
He didn't know what
But
CD.
he came right in the tech era though, so he probably don't have a clue about that.
And it depends on where you grew up
Damn.
too.
You didn't have a CD player
It-
7 years
Yeah, I did.
7 years
Yeah.
ago.
It
No,
depends.
not 7 years ago, but I
I
definitely
guess
had
it would
a.
depend on where he grew up too. E. So
But I
guess that
definitely
was
knew about a CD
me
player.
too.
I had one at one time in my childhood.
So what?
I had CD
So when
collection.
did that? What year y'all
I
think
remember
that
at one
shift
point
change
you couldn't
happened?
buy a radio without a CD player
I'd
on
say
it.
that-
So.
Yeah.
I'd say the shift happened probably about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
It started
2010.
About 10 years.
I
ago?
mean, it really
2010?
started.
That's what I was thinking. Like 09 or 10 ish.
It was starting to transition,
Hey,
probably
look up-
like
somebody look up when did the iPod come out?
You know,
It was
everybody
like 2002, something like that.
Because
It was
I-
right when I was getting out of high school.
because I remember the shift when everybody had either MP3 player in high school. My high school kids still had the little small ones where they used to listen to music
The
on.
MP3
Yeah,
players?
when they had
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
download the
Like
music.
the
on
iPod
there.
That's when you
Nano.
had to download
Load
the
the music
on
and
there.
people
Yeah,
like,
bro,
y'all got
I
that-
used to be on 4Share
I've
with
got-
my iPod
Did
Touch,
you
man.
ever
Remember when
have
Gucci and
Yeah,
MP3
iPod Touch.
player?
Yeah, I had
Remember
an
when
iPod
Gucci and
Touch and
Jesus? You remember when Gucci and Jesus was beefing? Somebody had a Gucci and somebody had Jeezy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
I still
the
got
MP3
it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
even know if
yeah.
this
that
worked.
I had
MP3
one of
player
these.
like
Yeah.
this,
Yeah, I had one.
and I had the
Right.
Touch. I had the upgraded version of that
I
one.
had, yeah. I
This
had-
don't even work no more.
That's
don't
I
work.
tried
crazy.
plugging this in. This is the
Don't
iPod
work.
Touch.
Yep.
Wow.
What is this? The 16 gigabyte iPod Touch. I plugged it into my Mac and it wouldn't do anything.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Probably
I
dead.
used to
Is it
love
dead?
It's a
that thing.
12.
It charged.
just doesn't
but
work.
It just went to the screen
It's
with the Apple on it.
yeah,
It
it's
won't
just
do
out of
anything.
date.
I
It's
know,
This
just
is
They
done.
don't even
It's
support
done.
it's a
it.
That
dinosaur.
can't connect
It's a
to
dinosaur now.
That's what replaced the Walkman.
Yeah, I remember. Because everybody used to say in high
'Cause
school,
it
like,
was
hey,
the
you got that
same
new Gucci
setup.
on there?
Yeah.
And it's just like that.
But you know what this did to like the DJ industry? Literally anybody could be a DJ. You don't
Oh,
need
yeah.
equipment.
That's true.
You need
That's
a
true.
laptop.
Oh,
That's-
you right about that.
Shaq
You need
is
a
a
laptop
DJ.
and a wireless connection.
My era was 45 when you DJ. Big ass
45.
crate.
Yeah,
big milk crate.
I remember that.
You gotta pick up the 45, put it on there.
You had to have the two separate
Yeah.
turntables.
Like,
so
once
could
you got the
cross
dust
stage
off the-
between them.
Blow off the dust.
Man, that DJ.
That was my era, especially when I was coming up in the islands and we used to go to parties, you know what I'm saying?
No, them island parties used to be bad
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
DJ.
yeah.
They talking
Go
over your
see-
music though. But
Like, we used to go see Excalibur, Stone Love, all that stuff. We used to...
Tonito!
That was my era, man.
See, my era,
Put
you
on
had
the 45.
you had a book. See, that was the with the CDs. You could have that big book that looked like a photo album.
Yeah, yeah.
And you open it up, you could hold hundreds of CDs. You thought you were balling them, but now everybody in their pocket has a cell phone that has millions
All
of
the
songs
songs
at their
on
fingertips.
it, yeah.
that's wow.
That was the bootleg man thing, the CD books. You like
Shit.
Yeah.
50, 60
CD
CDs
burners.
in one book.
CD burners is another thing that dropped people's records.
Yeah, remember when they used to
Yeah,
burn
yeah,
As soon as you
CDs?
could
Yeah.
burn your own
Yeah,
CD.
they could. Yeah, that.
And before
That's when it
before
started.
that, the cassette tapes. They wanted to stop the sale of recordable
Oh, yeah,
cassette
yeah,
tapes.
yeah.
Those cassette tape was a joint, dog. I'm
But, I
telling
mean,
you.
bootleg.
that was really my era, the cassette tape. I did all
Cassette
my
tape?
dirt with cassette tape.
Yeah, because they used to really
Cassette
burn
tape?
that.
Yeah, that was.
Remember making mixtapes? You had to wait for the
Dude.
song to come on the radio.
Oh,
Yeah,
put your
record.
copy in. Oh, man.
Do it right on.
That's
right
wild.
on
You
the
could
song.
make
yeah,
serious
hey.
cash back then.
Hey, you didn't even have to hit the record button because you had to hit the record and play button at the
At the
same
same
time.
time.
It wouldn't work.
You used to make serious cash
That
back
was
then.
my
People used to
era right
always.
there, the
People used to
cassette
always
tape.
try
Always
to.
have, Have a
Like,
mixtape with
That
every
was
song.
really my era, man.
That's crazy,
I had the
man.
mixed cassette tape with like
Ooh, and like
Anita Baker, you know what I'm saying? Like one Anita Baker or Whitney Houston. It used to be like a
Whitney
slow
used to go
jam.
With the
crazy,
band
man.
drums.
Man, that
Oh,
was
man.
my era.
In like
We was
10 years,
doing
kids
dirt.
gonna look at you like, what
They like, who is
what's
that? What's that? What you talking about,
What are
man?
you referring to?
But
They might be like streaming nowadays.
I feel like now music quality doesn't matter as much as it did
No.
because
And that's what
nobody's
doesn't.
paying for it.
Yeah,
Anybody
We
can
were
go in there and make
discussing that
anything.
Music
We was
quantity.
discussing that earlier.
Like I personally haven't been able to listen to really any new. You know me, I listen to all kinds of music. I listen to rap, heavy metal, rock, everything but country, basically.
Yeah,
But,
same here. I can't stand here.
Like
Sorry.
I feel like everything coming out from all genres,
Sometimes.
It is like 2 countries.
everything coming out from all genres is just trying to copy what
Copy each
everybody
other.
else is
Yeah.
doing.
I
Whatever the
listen
trend
to-
going.
Yeah, I listen to some of them young guys.
It
today.
is some young guys.
There's definitely some guys that can, but you know, that's just
I
a few
frankly-
out of the bunch.
What's the
Don't.
kid that the kid I was talking about?
Polo G?
Yeah, Polo,
Polo
G.
G.
He's a new kid. Actually, I like
Polo
him.
G.
Polo G.
Polo G. He's pretty good.
Now,
actually.
a lot of the ways I would find new groups that I liked was I would go to a concert and they'd be like the opening group, the opening band, you know, because I never really listened to the radio much. I was always putting in CDs and all that because I don't like to be told by the media what I should like. You know what I mean?
What you shouldn't like.
So I was only ever really exposed to new groups from going to concerts and stuff with this COVID and the fact that I'm becoming an old man and don't really want to go to concerts anymore.
What last concert you went to?
Last concert I went to
I was supposed to go to J.
was
Cole and I
Bro.
missed it.
a rock
I'm so
band
pissed.
called
Bro.
Tool.
What year was that?
We gotta go to
That that wasn't that long ago. That was like 2 years ago.
Oh shit, my last concert was probably
95.
95. At the Palace.
Yeah, 95.
The
It
Palace
was
is
the-
gone.
It was the whole Bad Boy crew. Biggie.
Oh,
Oh,
Nah.
damn.
Damn, you got
Hold
a good
on.
one.
Hold on, you got a
Naughty
good
by
one.
Nature, Biggie.
that's
It's
a
the whole
show.
Bad Boy crew. Naughty by
You
Nature.
had a good, you had a good send off.
Them was there. I think Buster Rhymes was. I think Buster was that.
I might have not
one,
went
too.
to one for years
I
too.
think
if I
that
was you.
was that was 95. That
Yeah,
was
it
like
was 95. It was definitely
September,
90s.
October of 95.
You had the locks. Locks was probably there.
Oh, he had everybody.
I don't remember, but that was it. It was a whole.
I know that was an
It was
experience.
a whole. It was like a Bad Boy
Yeah,
tour.
that's.
Naughty by Nature. It was
You had
all-
a good
Yeah,
send
that's what
off.
I'm
That was your
saying,
last one. That was a
That
good
was your last
bang.
one, yeah, that's
Yeah,
a very
That was a good banger,
that
man.
was
We're
the
running
last
out
one.
of time on this episode. So our closing thoughts.
I think Jodeci was on that one too.
Oof.
Bottom line, do you think that streaming has helped or hurt musicians?
I think it helps.
I think it helped.
It helps to a certain extent
It
because
helps.
they kind of putting out trash music to
I
try
think-
to like make up the money that they losing.
Yeah, I think when streaming first started, it was hurt the musician. But I think now they are open up.
They figured it out.
Yeah,
I
they
feel
figured the
money.
lane. It's a lane out
Yeah,
there.
they
It's
figured out how to
money
make
in
the
it.
money.
You can get in
I
now
think because
and
the
don't have to be
lawsuits
good.
has been dropped, or no, they have to
Oh, yeah.
get paid.
So I feel my point of view on this is it has lowered the average income of your famous musicians.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
For
so.
sure. So it's hurt them financially, but for exposure, it's made it easier for the
Easier,
little guy
right.
to get and put himself out there.
oh yeah.
Yes.
But you know
But
what?
you,
I don't know.
that have to.
I don't know if the streaming have that much financial impact as touring, because that's where they make their money.
Oh no, they
Touring.
say that's
Yeah,
where the touring.
touring,
Yeah, the
yeah.
touring is
That's
where the money
money
at.
Yeah,
comes.
the
That's why
touring.
people stay on the road all
their
the time.
money.
That's very true.
Yeah.
'Cause
Touring?
You know?
If you
Oh,
notice
yeah.
in the pandemic, it's some artists now they still
Yeah.
are touring.
I mean, that's the thing.
the
Because
Little Baby.
Touring is
groups,
where
the-
groups
the
now,
rappers
that
groups
make
now
their money.
tour year round because they're not making the money.
Yeah, that's the money. That's where
So
the money
that's,
at.
that's where they're making their
But-
money up is from the
but
touring.
some of
Didn't Fat Joe
Not-
say he was
Like
because
the
they're not
big
making
time
residuals.
rappers, they yearly tour might average $30 million.
Oh, yeah.
Joe said he was still touring, right?
Yeah,
We all can agree that streaming music has decreased the income from record sales, yet it enables new artists to get more exposure.
yes.
Absolutely.
We're all out of time for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow us. You can listen to us on all your streaming apps, Apple Music, Spotify,
Yep.
Deezer, anything. We're on YouTube. We just started a Patreon page, guys. Go follow our Patreon. Give us money. For just $3 a month, you can get you can unlock new content, outtakes, extra episodes. The higher the tier, the more the rewards.
Get to see us more.
You get to
See
see
this
us
beautiful
more.
mug.
You get to see these beautiful faces.
Yep, and if you want to shoot us some idea what you would love us hear us talk about, let us know.
Let us
Yeah,
know.
we're on Twitter at Contextual Advi, ADVI, because the Twitter names aren't long enough. We're on Instagram at Contextual Advisory. We're on Facebook. We are on YouTube. Thank you guys for listening. See you next week. Contextual Advisory out.
We out.
Deuce, deuce.